Hey Noam, I wanted to give you some feedback on your essay, some ideas, tell you all the things I see that are amazing in it, and some ideas for vision work that I would like you to do. So first, I love the title. I love The Great Escape from Quarantine. I love the layout of each photograph. The photographs are beautiful, and I love the way you put the text in this sort of pale green bar, and that I love this, The Great Escape from Quarantine, Into the Forest We Go, um, We Found a Huge Dam, Break Time. Like, I love that. I love that you have this little line there, and then you've written some more specifics in this side box. Like, the whole organization of it is really, really beautiful. And like I said, I absolutely love the photographs. They are exactly the kind of photographs that a photo essay would want to have. And that is, they show this beautiful detail. I mean, the color, the detail. This here, the way you have the tree in the front here, and the little waterfall in the back, the dam, the close up of you and Gemma sitting here. And I love this. Lightly pressed our feet against the water for the first time in months. We finally went out. Just absolutely beautiful. And you also have a really, really, really nice sense of this kind of almost poetic way that you write. I think it's very typical to the way that you write, and I think that you've brought in some really nice sense of that. Let me show you what I mean. So, first we stop at a nice blue lake, but here, the trees, the tall trees covered us while we followed the blue trail. The air was clear, the sun was warm. You could smell nature everywhere you went. Very, very beautiful description, and you can actually feel the sense of like kind of walking along with you, not just from the photograph, which is beautiful, but also from the text. So it's really, really, really nice. I just wanted to give you a few little tips here that I would like for you to think about. One is a small thing, but I do just want to point it out, and that is, here you say, all of us made sure we had our masks on, but in no picture do you guys have your masks on. You have, and maybe you have your mask on here, but Gemma doesn't. I don't think your dad does. It's kind of hard to tell, but I would make sure that whatever the text is, it either matches the photograph or brings us into an awareness that is different from the photograph. Like, for example, here, this sense of what it felt like to actually walk through this beautiful scene that you have here. So that's kind of a small thing. Um, so yes, that is kind of a smaller thing. But one of the other things that really needs to happen inside of the text is, if you want the reader to understand the sense that it's the great escape from quarantine, and I think this is going to have to happen in the text, you're going to need to put something else, not a lot, but something else in this sidebar text here that helps us get the sense that you are living in a time of quarantine. Right now, it's kind of hard to tell that. You have all these beautiful photos of this trip that you're taking, but you know, something about it, I think what you would have to do is contrast this beautiful scene to the scene of being inside, actually being outside and experiencing the feeling of air and coolness and delicious smells all around you, as opposed to looking through a window, perhaps, something like that. But some little sprinkling in each frame to go with each photo, that helps us understand. You do it a little bit, for the first time in months. We finally went out. You do that, and I think a little more, not I think, but a little more of that in each frame would be necessary for us to understand, not just from the title that it's a great escape from quarantine, but actually in the text that you've included that it's an escape from quarantine. So that's one thing. And then, as I said in my note on the side here, it feels like it needs a final slide, some kind of closing. Maybe the final slide comes where you're sitting inside and you're looking out your window, and there's something that's very much a contrast from these kinds of experiences that you've given us through these photographs. Maybe you're looking out onto a city street or onto a brick building, or through a maybe you show the pane of a window, and you kind of contrast the feeling of now being inside again. I'm not really sure, but you do need an ending. that kind of reflects back on the rest of the essay. Okay, so hopefully you'll understand the notes that I'm giving you orally here. And I would like you to try all of the things that I asked you. You can send me a note here. If there's anything that you're not sure about, and I can, try to explain anything else that you need explained. But as I said, the photographs are beautiful, and you're really on your way to making something very, very special here. So nice job.